So today we will talk about a communication tool that we call sharing, and also it's a tool you can call listening and talking. So this is something we can use in a relationship to have a better communication.
Maybe if you have been on a tantra course with us, you're familiar with this term and this technique. In most of the times, the sharing is done like 2 and 2 or in groups, and when one person shares, the person gets a certain amount of time to share from his heart, her heart, the body, and just share what is alive at this moment or what comes in words. And no one comments this sharing. It's just like a sharing.
And the other one, when you have listened, you just say thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing this with me.
Yeah.
And that technique you can also use in a relationship. That when you come home from work or whatever, you just feel like now we should maybe check in a little bit with each other. Like, where are we? Like, how are you, my dear? How are you, my beloved? Yeah. You just sit down and maybe have a little timer as well, okay, we have 5 minutes each. And then we just share from our hearts what's there, how am I feeling, what's going on in my inner world, just to share my inner sweet things of me with my partner. It can be everything that is both my joys and my sadness or my worries. So just sharing what's there, and at that in that way you don't need to comment anything. You can just share and then say thank you. It's just nice and really a relief to just be seen and be heard.
And just to put words on what's moving, because that makes oftentimes one to realize that that's how it's connected, this feeling and this thing. But also you could use this as a form of communication, like you mentioned before, listening and talking.
So that is a way of maybe having something in your relationship that you need to talk about, that is maybe something that you sometimes argue about. So when just you're talking, it's sometimes getting into that you're quarreling, or it's not a really nice talk anymore. So then maybe you can use this technique, and it can be just like what we're going to do this summer. Because you might have different ideas. I just want to be home, taking care of the house and the garden.
And I want to travel, see the countryside.
Yeah, and so what shall we do with our time and our money if we have very different opinions? And and we just are really into our old ways of communication. So we're just getting a little bit stuck. So if we then set a timer again, put a timer on and say, okay, can you please tell me a little bit about what you want to do this summer? What's your wishes and your longings, and why is it important for you?
And then I just can share, I've been longing to take a road trip through the country and see this and this place. I've been longing to do this for a long time.
Then I can listen to this, but then in this way, this is not only sharing, this is also me sharing, of course, what would I like to do, but it can also be like, okay, when you say that, this happens in me, that I communicate also what's happening in me when he is doing his sharing. So this is a little bit of another way, but it's still the same technique, because you're listening from your heart. And when you're listening from the heart, when your partner is sharing, it is maybe also changing and shifting things in what you hear. Because maybe the things that were before making you defensive and aggressive, feeling like, he's just always saying this and doing this. And then I maybe can, okay, this is really important to him. And I understand why it's important, because I truly listen to the essence that is his authentic wish and longing for the summer. And then also I can express my wish and longing, and maybe he understands me a little bit more in this communication that we have when we are having a timer for you, for me, and going a little bit back and forth like this. So that's another way of using this skill.
Yeah.
And when we do this, it's also important to use in many communication different techniques. It's that we use the communication way of saying, this is how I feel. This is when you do this happens in me. So I don't put blame on the other person.
Or maybe even, this happens in me when you do this. So start with me.
And that is, you have different names on these communication skills. It can be non-violent communication, for example. And in the name you can hear it's a non-violent communication. And it's also in this sharing technique when you're listening and talking. That's also important to remember, that it's not to be angry at the other or like say bad things about the other. It's really to just feel in and express my own longings, my own feelings that I have, and in a loving way and from the heart and with a calmer voice, because when we do that, the other person tend to listen.
Yes.
Yes. So that is something you can use as a communication. You can also use it in another way.
Yeah, like sharing. And now we're going to give you an exercise how you can use it right now. So we're gonna give you 2 questions, and we're gonna present the first question, and then after that you can pause the video and share for maybe 3 or 5 minutes around the question that we present, and then we're going to present the second question.
Yes.
And do the same thing.
So make yourself ready. You can maybe sit more like opposite each other to see each other.
And also connect like energetically.
Yeah.
Just roll back the shoulders and relax and open the chest to your partner.
Yeah. And you can sit in the bed or in the sofa, in a chair, it doesn't matter. But it's nice to be seeing each other like this and opening your heart a little bit.
Yes. The first question is, what do I appreciate about my partner and about our relationship?
And then if you start talking and sharing about this, I'm just listening. So we put a timer on and you will just share. And maybe it becomes silence for a little while, and maybe there's no words for a few seconds, half a minute. But then there will come more. And I will still just listen. And also maybe it starts to feel things in me when he is sharing, and just allow feelings to be there.
Yeah. Yes. Feelings.
So the question was,
what do you appreciate about your partner and the relationship?
Yeah. Beautiful. So you can go ahead and we will come back with the next question soon. So, coming back for the next question. And the next question will be, so what is your longing in this relationship right now? What is it that you would like to invite more of?
Yes. Could you share some examples of longings?
Yes. So longings could be that, I would long for more meditation together. I would long for more mornings together when we have no limit of time.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm longing for more appreciation. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be something about what I'm longing for from my partner. Like, I would love to have more loving words from you. I would love to have more touch. I would love to have more time with our children. I would love to go traveling more. All these things.
Yeah. I would love to that we could be together more and maybe give each other massages or yeah.
So now you can share. Put a timer on 5 minutes each. 5 minutes each. Now you have some tool in this communication that you can use, this sharing with each other in different ways.
So hopefully you will find new ways to communicate.
And more love
More
together,
together.
in your words, what you're sharing. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.